Hey guys, it's CocoaTarot, and today we have a pick a card on the topic of your spiritual superlative. Today we'll be looking into what energies or opportunities, roles you might be stepping into next year. I wanted to do something award season themed because I feel like you guys deserve something big, fat, and shiny. You know what I mean? But we have 3 piles to choose from based on the images in the thumbnail. So this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. And I will see you guys in your piles. Hey, pile 1, we're going to get right into your reading and look into your spiritual superlatives. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your spread out and see what is going on. So pile number 1. Tell me about their spiritual superlatives. Thank you so much. What energy, roles, opportunities are they most likely walking into next year? Thank you so much. 1 card. Number 25, gratitude, divine grace, bounty. At the heart of your being, you can find all the love of the universe. Okay. Let's get your tarot out as well. Clarify this for pile number 1. The spiritual superlative. Thank you so much. You got the 4 of Cups in the first house. The 6 of Wands in the second house, the Queen of Wands in the third house, the 8 of Pentacles in the fourth house, the Queen of Pentacles in the fifth house, the 2 of Wands in the sixth house, the Lovers in the seventh house, the 5 of Swords in the eighth house, the 10 of Cups in the ninth house, the 9 of Cups in the 10th house. That is a lot. The Devil in the 11th house, and the Ace of Swords in the 12th house. You also got the Hermit and the 8 of Swords. This past year that you have just gone through could have been a huge eye-opener in terms of your own limiting beliefs, maybe even exploring some shadow work. Pile number 1. It feels as if this next year, you're most likely to be in this confident energy of being able to receive. Almost as if you just know the universe is going to spoil you. A lot of blessings are coming to you, even ones that you didn't necessarily manifest. For some of you, this is a reward for finally learning how to exist outside the realm of your own limitations or old programming. Masculine or feminine, you're in a softer energy next year. Less pressure, less stress. A huge emphasis on you not really trying to manifest stuff next year. But things will be manifesting because you're deciding to focus more on being present in your life. There's a lot of you that picked this pile where the second you stop focusing on manifesting stuff is when a lot of things start to happen for you next year. For some of you, this could even come in the form of not watching as many tarot readings, sort of taking the training wheels off of your spirituality and really raw dogging life. It's not like you're disinterested. You're just more discerning with the Four of Cups in the first house. You know what is for you and what you don't really want to invest your energy into. You're most likely to ignore outdated versions of yourself or outdated versions of other people. I'm hearing the phrase, prove it. If someone cares about you, if someone wants to be in your life, you're going to be in a prove it energy. With the Nine of Cups in the 10th house, you're not waiting for the juice. You're squeezing it yourself. Life is going to get so hands-on for you next year and less in your head. There's also a subtle wink to your energy in the cards, almost as if you're acting aloof, but you're winking at me as the reader. It's giving, I may seem detached, but I'm actually so plugged in. With the Six of Wands in the second house, your finances are most likely to soar, and it could be because you finally own whatever it is you bring to the table in terms of finances. If in the past you didn't like to tell people what you did for a living, you are going to be owning it. Or if you had a secret skill set you didn't show people, this is your year where you're going to embrace that skill set out in the open. And it could be super lucrative for you. For some reason, you're so confident next year, pile number one. I mean, I know the reason. I read for you all the time. You're a delicious person in general. But next year is the year where you own that deliciousness. And it feels like spirit, the divine, your ancestors, whoever you believe in, they're so excited and celebration going on in the spirit world because you're finally owning your power. You're not just walking through life anymore. You're strutting. Okay, pile number one? And you're most likely going to be publicly recognized for something that you used to downplay about yourself. Oh, no, I'm okay at that. No, I'm not really that good. Next year, you're going to be like, I'm really good at that. Let me show you. There's going to be a lot of attention toward you, your ideas. Some of you guys, you're going to be flirting with the universe with the Ace of Swords in the 12th house. You're going to even be telling the divine, prove it. It's so confident. And even if it might come off as arrogance to some people, you're in an energy where you don't even care how it comes across. Not that you're trying to hurt anyone's feelings, or you just know who you are. There's a lot about you turning down the external noise and turning up all that music in your soul. Okay, maybe some of you guys are musicians, but you don't have to be. This is just about you totally embracing who you are. With the Queen of Pentacles in the 5th house, for some reason, I'm getting this vibe that you guys are most likely to be in like a sorcerer, sorceress energy where maybe you're working on your home library or you're starting to get more into recipes and cooking. I actually meant to say the Eight of Pentacles in the 4th house, but I was looking at the Queen of Pentacles. You could be investing in a new hobby, a new craft. And whatever it is, it's going to be taking up a lot of your time because you're going to be genuinely interested in whatever you're learning about. It could have been something you've always wanted to learn about, but maybe you didn't have the funds to take a class, or maybe you didn't have the confidence, maybe you want to take a dance class and you're like, I don't know if I can do that around a bunch of strangers. But this is the year where you're like, no, I'm going to invest in that because I'm interested in it. For some of you, work is going to start to feel a lot more fun again if you have felt things moving a little slower or a bit of a dud. There might be something picking up at work that reignites your excitement for the craft or for the job. I'm hearing a song called Roses. I can't remember who sings it, but I'm hearing you're coming up roses. And because you're not so focused on what's coming in, that's so funny because we're doing a reading like that, but you're not even focused on what's coming in, what's manifesting, who, blah, blah, all that stuff. And you're doing things because you enjoy them or for play, it becomes lucrative. I'm telling you. So this is like you writing something for fun or painting something for fun, doing something in the community because you enjoy it, and then it actually becoming lucrative, or that being a book that you sell or a song that people really like. You stop focusing on perfection or embodying a certain thing and just start enjoying the process, whether that's a creative project or just the process of living your life. So next year, I see you most likely creating something that becomes either a resource for you or a treasure to you personally. For those of you that have been struggling with feeling connected, I'm hearing depersonalization. This is the year where you're going to feel more connected, I heard, to the grid. So maybe you'll be outside more, not so much alone or in your house. Maybe some of you guys are alone a lot. And for those of you that like to be alone, you might just be alone, but in new spaces. You could end up finding a new spot or coffee shop that ends up being your favorite place that you go to. You know, there's something here about you figuring out what you love in this next year, what you are interested in. With the Lovers in the 7th house and the Queen of Wands above the 10 of Wands, this will most likely be a period where you do make soul connections, and not just in love, with animals, maybe new friends, a new mentor. I am seeing you having a new sturdy connection in your life that you can rely on. This could even be a business partnership. With the 9th house here, there's something about your connections that are going to expand. And the way these couples are looking in each other's eyes, there's something about seeing eye to eye with people more or being on common ground. This 5 of Swords is interesting in the 8th house because, like I said, you've conquered a lot this past year. And I feel as if going into next year, shadow work isn't going to scare you anymore. You have leveled up as a person. So now that you're like a level 7 instead of a level 5 or whatever, level 5, level 6, level 4 problems aren't going to really scare you as much as they did in the past. Whatever comes up that is a hump in the road, because, you know, life ebbs and flows. I see you really having the confidence to tackle it without retreating to old ways or old habits. Anything unexpected that could happen, there's a feeling of you being prepared for with the 2 of Wands in the 6th house without even meaning to. And it's because you're no longer afraid of the ups and downs. You're most likely going to feel genuinely at home in the world. No more outcast energy. No more, I don't know where I belong. And it's because of some kind of peace that you have found within yourself through this past year. This is the year where you're going to get what you actually want and need, not just the stuff that looks good on paper. I'm almost seeing a gratefulness for every little thing that you have. With the 9 of Cups in the 10th house, there could be a long time desire that is finally coming into fruition for you. And with the Devil right after that, things could get interesting in terms of community or people around you. I am seeing that next year there could be something irresistible about you that people are gravitating towards because you're embodying that inner truth. There could even be some people who feel hooked on your energy and not necessarily know why. I'm even seeing you disrupting others with some kind of balance that you have found within yourself. This is a feeling of you might be chilling, doing your thing, and somebody is crashing out and you haven't done anything. Do you know what I mean? There's a feeling of you just disrupting something in a social atmosphere. With the Ace of Swords in the 12th house, you guys could also be having some kind of psychic upgrade, maybe even a certain download that changes your perspective or something big in your life. There's something about your intuition that's just going to kind of snap into place. Whatever work you've done, you've moved past the devil and have connected to some kind of light. And this is going to be hugely evident this coming year. I know the Magician isn't here or the High Priestess, but it definitely feels like you're most likely to become more magical in your existence as opposed to just in your practices. This is the year where you become your craft instead of just doing it. But that is your reading, pile number 1. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 2. We're going to get right into your reading and look into your spiritual superlatives. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your cards out and see what's going on. So pile number 2. What are we most likely to get into? Energy, opportunities, roles. Thank you so much. 1 card for pile number 2. You got number 39. Effort, fatigue, lassitude. Give your all for an all-out victory. All right, let's clarify this with the tarot. Pile number 2. Their spiritual superlative. Thank you so much. Clarify this with pile number 2. We got the Star in the 1st house. The 3 of Wands reversed in the 2nd house. The Knight of Swords in the 3rd house. The Strength in the 4th house. Knight of Pentacles in the 5th house. The 6 of Pentacles reversed in the 6th house. The 2 of Pentacles reversed in the 7th house. The King of Swords reversed in the 8th house. Okay. The Magician in the 9th house. The High Priestess in the 10th house. Interesting. The 7 of Swords in the 11th house. Okay. Okay. The Hermit in the 12th house. And I'll just show you what fell out for funsies. You got the 6 of Wands over here, the Page of Swords, the 6 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So much sword energy, guys. You even have the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The air energy is crazy in this spread. I'm hearing the song True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. And it feels as if you're most likely to see who people really are next year without even trying to discover it. I kept hearing that people will be showing their behind or showing who they really are to you. With this card saying fatigue as your significator, it almost feels like you're going into this new year with the energy of, I can't keep living like this, or I can't keep dealing with this. Something inside of you is already starting to wake up before the year is even ending. You could even be feeling exhausted right now, but this is the kind of exhaustion that comes right before you get your second wind. I'm also hearing this song, Haven't I Given Enough by Nessa Barrett. And There's something about you no longer compromising or people pleasing next year. For some of you, you could be the type of person who tries to avoid conflict and keep the peace, but even this could be a people pleasing thing that you do, because by you keeping the peace, you're still checking for everybody's emotions in the room and making sure that they're okay. Do you know what I mean? There's something here about you not exerting extra energy to make everybody happy around you, to make sure everyone is okay. When do people ask if you're okay, pile number 2? I think you're starting to realize that people don't care about giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You'll let other people be angry and show themselves, but then you'll swallow your anger and deal with it on your own as to not be a burden. And next year, you're most likely going to stop doing this. I see you prioritizing your needs before other people. And it could cause the people that have been using too much of your energy to lash out a bit, because I feel as if these people know that you give so much. With the 6 of Pentacles in reverse in the routines, they know that you will say sorry first, or you will be the bigger man. So they don't even try to. And right after that, the 2 of Pentacles is in reverse in your 7th house, your partnerships. You are not accepting partnerships or connections next year where you have to give everything. With the Hermit in the 12th house, you're finally giving to yourself. You're most likely going to feel renewed next year. Your energy is returning back to you. You're most likely going to stop waiting for the perfect moment to do something and just start following your instincts instead with the High Priestess here. The High Priestess and the Star is crazy for the 1st and 10th house. I feel as if you're going to remember who the F you are again, pile number 2. Because it feels like situations or people or jobs tried to make you forget. Even your communication with the Knight of Swords in the 3rd house could become more sharp and direct. You're not going to beat around the bush. There's something about your communication that feels dangerous. You're definitely going to be cutting through any kind of BS and speaking your truth without the softness, without the cushion. Very blunt next year. You could even become pretty sarcastic. And it's going to shock people. Someone better not make fun of you next year, because I'm seeing you come back quick with something witty to say. There's something here about you unleashing that tongue, pile number 2, in the next year. With the Strength card in the 4th house, next year, the lion or lioness inside of you is most likely to be awakened. That Leo energy in the 4th house is strong, pile number 2. And it being there tells me that you're not just stronger, but you're also more gentle with yourself. All the grace that you showed other people, you're showing yourself that grace. And all the harshness that you used to give to yourself, that negative self-talk, you might be saying that to other people. And I'm not saying that you're going to be overtly negative or just insulting people. But if someone gives you a reason, you're going to take it in terms of communication. I think that you're so sick of keeping the peace when nobody gives an F about your peace. Do you know what I mean? And what's beautiful is you're not bitter and taking this out externally. You're taking this internally and becoming the freaking star. You're just turning inward and investing your energy into a place where you know you will get a return, and that's within you. There's also an energy of you taking things slower next year. If you are dating or in certain connections or getting to know people, those connections are going to grow slowly. I don't see you really jumping into things head first this year. There's going to be a lot of methodical thought behind the actions that you take, because you're making sure that they're coming from a place of internal validation as opposed to external. You're completely over leaking your energy to the wrong people or any kind of draining obligations that you would say yes to just to be nice. If you don't want to go somewhere, you're not going to go. You know what I mean? There's a feeling of you putting yourself first for sure in this upcoming year. Some of you will even be going out less and reclaiming that time in order to do something more productive for your future. This King of Swords reversed in the 8th house is huge because there's something that you're going to unlearn next year, a belief or a thought that you're going to detach from that could have been ingrained in you since you were a kid. This is some really tough transmutation, almost as if you're reprogramming your beliefs in general. So you could be exploring new cultures, new practices, new essays I'm hearing, or just trying out new things intellectually. There could have been something that was programmed into you at a young age that you're unlearning. And this is going to be huge in terms of spiritual growth. You're reclaiming your mental. Maybe even doing extra research when somebody says something instead of just taking it as fact. Even someone like your own parents, or, you actually start to question the things that you just let bypass before. There's a lot of energy about your worldview expanding. Some of you could decide to go back to school, or traveling to a new place could be significant. It could be a vacation, a move, maybe just an impromptu trip. But I see you trying to manifest ways to get out is what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means, but it feels like you're ready to explore uncharted territory. And I've already told you guys, okay? For some reason, I'm always feeling a secret love affair between the Magician and the High Priestess. So there could be someone that you meet where you guys are trying to learn the same thing or in the same field. I am seeing you connect with someone on like a spiritual level. It doesn't have to be love. And you learning from this person and them learning from you. You guys kind of giving each other manifestation tips or helping each other out in some kind of spiritual aspect. This could even be someone teaching you a new language. You know how when you learn a new language, the best way for it to stick is to have someone to actually have conversations with in that language. So you could be teaching someone something and they're teaching you something in return. It feels full of discovery. This sounds really interesting, but for some of you guys, you are going to have an epiphany about love through a platonic situation. There's something about your platonic relationships that are going to highlight an imbalance that you have in love, or that you have experienced in the past in love. You're most likely to be super discerning about privacy next year too, and keeping a lot of things a secret. Even keeping secrets from certain people, and they're not negative secrets, but just something about your privacy is going to be huge next year. Being more selective about who you share certain information with. Everything is going to be guided by intuition when it comes to you. And people might even sense that you're tapped in. You could have people coming up to you next year asking for insight or advice on certain things because you have this energy of secrets, and not bad secrets. I know secrets have a negative connotation, but the High Priestess, she embodies secrets, occult mysteries, and she's private. The High Priestess is like the Empress's witchy, introverted sister. This is out there looking beautiful, lush, and this is her witchy little sister who never had kids and lives in the wood and is in that like crone energy. You know what I mean? So that's where you guys are. You could be in a crone energy where you're just kind of sticking to yourself or sticking to the people who actually reciprocate the energy that you want to be in. Because with the Seven of Swords following that in the 11th house, there's something about your social circle that is going to change. You might be cleaning house. You might be deleting friends off of Facebook or purging out eyes that just want to look but not engage. For those of you that have children, you probably are going to stop posting your children as much because you actually want people to be in their lives and not just like a post online and think that's the same as being in a child's life. Do you know what I mean? So there's something about you requiring actual action from people next year. And if they don't have the action to actually be in a connection, platonic, love, familial, whatever, you are no longer engaging. It's almost surgical how selective you're going to be about certain things. Some stuff might even be only on a need-to-know basis for certain people. This is the year where you stop betraying yourself just to belong or just to make other people feel comfortable. Ending on the Hermit is beautiful because you're using some kind of isolation to increase a spiritual power or to increase that connection to your soul. A lot of dream work or journaling, a lot of meditation. Next year is gonna feel holy for you. There could even be moments where you cry just because you feel so connected to something, to Source, God, the divine. You're really gonna feel spirit next year. And I feel like it's gonna change everything. But that is your reading, pile number 2. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. We're going to get right into your reading and look into your spiritual superlatives. If this reading resonates when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get your spread out and see what we're working with. So pile number 3. What energy are they most likely going to be in next year? Opportunities, roles. Thank you so much. One card for pile number 3. Oh. All right, we got number 41. Forgiveness, freedom, reconciliation. To err is human, to forgive divine. All right, let's clarify this with the tarot. Clarify this for pile number 3. Tell me more about their spiritual superlative. Thank you so much. Okay, you got the 5 of Pentacles in the first house. The 7 of Swords in the second house. The Knight of Pentacles in the third house. The Page of Wands in the fourth house. The Fool in the fifth house. The Ace of Pentacles in the sixth house. The Empress in the seventh house. The King of Cups in the eighth house. The Seven of Pentacles in the ninth house. The Knight of Cups in the 10th house. The Five of Cups reversed in the 11th house. And the Eight of Cups reversed in the 12th house. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. It started getting so windy outside as soon as I started your reading. I don't know if wind is significant, but there could be a wind of change that comes through for you next year. But I'm seeing you most likely to walk into next year being liberated from some old spiritual contract or karmic contract. There's been a deep clearing of soul ties that you no longer resonate with, and transmuting that energy into a new beginning for yourself. With the Five of Pentacles in the first house, your year is most likely going to start with this threshold moment. Maybe it's been a rough second half of the year for you, or even if it hasn't, it just feels like you kind of burst into the new year with this new energy in general. You're leaving something behind, whether it's a physical place, person, thing, or just a version of yourself that you don't resonate with anymore. There could be a realization that you shortchanged yourself in certain situations. You could have felt like you abandoned a part of yourself for something else, or that you put up with something for too long. And next year, you're walking into it with the ability to recognize when something isn't right in a situation. Your discernment has grown a lot over this year. And I see you bringing that into the new year, where you're seeing certain situations with fresh eyes. For some of you, this could be a space that you've outgrown, an outdated belief. But with the Empress under the Five of Pentacles, you're finding your way back home. There is a part of you that you felt like you've lost along the way. And next year, you're reclaiming that, or you're rediscovering a part of your inner child with the Page of Wands. Something about your perception being ridiculously sharp. This could even be you finally letting go of something and forgiving a situation that was really hard to forgive. Something that you believed about your own worth ended up being a lie. This could be lies you told yourself or lies that other people told you. But you're seeing through any kind of deception, even if it's just self-sabotage. I'm seeing so many situations, so I'm going to give a concrete example just as a metaphor. But it's almost as if, let's say you fell in love in the past, and through that experience, you forgot how to like dream or hope, or, you know, that love kind of crushed something in your spirit. Next year is the year where you remember how to dream. You remember how to hope. You remember that love does exist. You know, this is bigger than just like forgiving someone. There's an overall forgiveness of leaving something behind and abandoning a part of yourself because of a situation that happened in the past that might have left you disappointed. This could be you delving deep into a creativity that you were judged for. There's a wild, young, free, I'm hearing that song, living young, wild, and free part of yourself that is being reignited next year. You stop inheriting the wounds of situations you've been in and start generating all those possibilities for yourself. You start to daydream again. You start to believe that things will get better. This is the spiritual equivalent of hearing your own name for the first time after a long time of somebody calling you a nickname or calling you out of your name. You're remembering who you are, and you're remembering something deep about that inner child or inner teenager. something you could have even denied that part of yourself in order to fit in or be loved. You're most likely to become spiritually ripe next year. With the Seven of Pentacles in the 9th house, you could be planting a seed that changes the structure of your life. Something inside of you is upgrading, and it's bringing in a new identity, but it's not really new because it's the true you. There's a feeling of you being less reactive emotionally and being more centered when people try to rope you into drama or project things onto you. You're learning not to take things so seriously and so personally. It's almost as if you're becoming more measured, more thoughtful. You're becoming a master of your emotions next year. Seriously, with the King of Cups in the 8th house, that is emotional mastery. And it allows you to receive a lot more in your partnerships next year because you actually believe that you deserve that. Because with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles above the Empress and the King of Cups, this could even be in relationships where in the past, maybe you felt like you settled for the drama. But in the next year, you will be actually experiencing healthy connection or being doted on, being admired, as opposed to constantly being confused or never knowing how the other person feels. I'm seeing people actually tell you how they feel so you don't have to wonder. It's funny because I feel like you feel a lot of love. I'm hearing a song by the Rocket Summer and he says, "You got so much love in you. You look like the songs that I heard my whole life coming true." There's something about you where you love so deep and you're learning how to give that love to yourself. Because with the Knight of Cups in the 10th house, it's almost like you transmute that King of Cups in a way where you're not giving too much. You're still nurturing yourself and protecting your feelings, but also being honest about your feelings in some kind of way. You could be more open to romance in general next year if this past year you were more closed off and doing internal work or working on your money. But I'm seeing you have a bit of a roster next year where you might be deciding who you want and don't want to talk to in a romantic sense. You're most likely to lead more with your heart next year. Less overthinking or overanalyzing situations and trusting your gut. Obviously, this card says reconciliation, and I do feel that in this spread, but you're having that reconciliation with yourself or a higher timeline. You could be merging back onto a path that feels familiar or that you sort of visited a couple years ago. Some seed that you planted a while ago, you might see some of the fruits next year. And this would be something that would be a long time ago that maybe you wouldn't even expect or be like, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot that I put that money over there or I did that." You could be learning that a long-term investment is receiving a bigger return than you thought. With the Five of Cups reversed in the 11th house under the Fool in the 5th house, it feels like you're going to stop mourning what you thought would happen and start stepping into what can happen. No more looking back at what you've lost, but looking ahead. And I'm telling you, even under the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups in reverse, there is something resurfacing from your past, but it's not what you think, okay? There is some opportunity resurfacing from the past because you're rejoining a timeline that you were on before, but you kind of strayed off for a little bit, and now you're getting back onto that timeline. And I'm hearing it's a golden timeline. It's going to feel good. You're leaving a big part of your life behind for a new opportunity. Somewhere where you can shine and forget about all that past BS. I feel like you're even over it. You're like, man, I don't even want to think about this stuff anymore. I don't want to think about these people anymore. And this is the year where you finally stop thinking about those things, or it just doesn't seem as important. It's so much easier to focus on yourself when you forget about all the dramas in the past, all the people that have hurt you. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but there's something about next year where you really don't care about any of that stuff anymore. You don't care who gets their karma, who whatever, if they're going to go and see. You don't care about that. You're no longer tracking other people's karmic path, which is putting you on your own beautiful timeline. You no longer care to prove that somebody made a mistake by not believing in you or choosing you, because you just don't care. I just heard that line where he says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's you guys next year. If you really look at this spread, so much is going to flip for you, pile number 3. I can just go through examples right now. 5 of Pentacles over the Empress. Let's say you struggled with having a kid. This is the year you get pregnant. 7 of Swords over the King of Cups. Let's say you struggled with player energies. This is the year you find someone who actually loves you. Knight of Pentacles over the 7 of Pentacles. Maybe things were going very slow for you. You didn't know where you were going. You kind of just moving in the mist. This is the time where you see exactly where those seeds have been planted and feel more stability in your life. Do you see what I mean? How things are just kind of like flipping a little bit? All those past opportunities you looked at and you're like, I miss those, or I wish those were back. Now you're not even looking at those and you're gaining new opportunities. And it doesn't all flip because of some magic wand or something. It flips because you changed a mindset or did some kind of internal work this year. This could be several years. I'm seeing you most likely to shapeshift into your higher self next year. A lot of the things that you struggled with this year are going to feel way easier for some reason. Whether it's money, creativity, love, a lot of those blocks will be lifted. And it could really have to do with you forgiving yourself for playing small or letting other people play you stupid, okay? And we've all been there, okay? Fool me once, but you're in your like, fool me twice, shame on me kind of thing. You know what I mean? You've actually learned from your mistakes, so you don't have to relive them. But that is your reading, pile number 3, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.